Welcome to Libric channel. Today we will see the lesson Girl by Jamaica Kincaid. Let's we see about the Jamaica Kincaid. Is a Caribbean American writer known for her evocative portrayals of family relationship and her native Antigua. She settled in New York City at the age of 16, initially worked as an au pair in Manhattan. She was born on May 25, 1949 in St. John, Antigua. About her education, studied at Franconia, Hampshire, but left before graduating. About her career, Kincaid begins her career writing for magazines the New Yorker, where she was a staff writer and later a columnist. She becomes well known for her fictions, including Annie John, Lucy, A Small Place, The Autobiography of My Mother, and she got many awards. Kincaid has received several honors, including the Lannan Literary Award for Fictions and the Anti-Swade Wolf Book Award. She also been a finalist for a Pen Frankner Awards for Fiction. Style of writing, Kincaid styles is often characterized by lyrical introspective prose focusing on themes like identity, colonialism, mother-daughter relationship and power. Her writings often explores the complexity of Caribbean life and the impact of British colonialism. Let's see the background of the story. Jamaica Kincaid girl explores Caribbean cultural identity, colonialism, and makes it through the mother's monologues to her daughter. The story set in Antigua reflects the societal norms and value of the times, emphasizing the strict rules and duties explored of women. The mother continuous instructions conveyed in a single long sentence and cover cooking, cleaning, moral conduct, and social interaction. Kincaid blend in direct language highlights the rigid standards imposed on girls and young women, capturing the overwhelming nature of cultural expectation. Through this narrative, Kincaid critiques the limitations placed on women's lives, revealing the tension between cultural heritage and individual identity. Setting of the story, the setting of Jamaica Kincaid girl is implied to be a rural, traditional Caribbean community. Modeled after Antigua, the author's birthplace, the story suggests a domestic setting where domestic work is valued, with a task like sweeping, gardening, and laundry indicating a close-knit agriculturally based on community. This setting also reflects the colonial era values where societal pressures and fears of judgment directed women's behavior. The mother's emphasis on responsibility and modesty reveals a community where one's actions are closely mentioned and non-conformity can lead to shame or ostracism, highlighting the restrictive societal norms faced by women. Jamaica Kincaid girl was written during a transformative period in a Caribbean as Antigua transited towards independence from Britain. This colonial backdrop shaped the region's social and cultural norms, including rigid gender rules and societal expectations. The story reflects Victorian era British value enforced on Caribbean society, evident in the mother's emphasis on respectability and moral conduct. Colonialism also influenced the economic dynamic and with families relying on domestic skills and self-sufficiency due to limited resources. The narrative preserves cultural identity through reference to traditional Caribbean foods like peppercorn. The narrative preserves cultural identity and reference to traditional Caribbean foods, highlight the tensions between colonial legacy and indigenous culture. Author's point of view about girl reflects her personal experience growing up in Antigua, exploring themes of identity, family, and colonialism. The mother's voice embodies both love and control, enforcing cultural expectations within the family. Kincaid's portrayal is influenced by her own strained relationship with her mother, evident in the mother's strict tone, fears about reputations, and reminders of societal pressure. Through Girl, Kincaid critics observes cultural expectations while acknowledging their precedents. The single unbroken monologue creates an intense tone, mirroring the daughter's burden and suggesting she will internalize these lessons, silently question them, and carrying them into adulthood. The lesson explanation. The passage captured a mother's attempt to prepare her daughter for the expectation, hardship, and societal judgment awaiting her, balancing cultural identity, femininity, and the looming threats of social disapproval. In Jamaica Kincaid, girl, the mother instructs her daughter on navigating womanhood within the expectations of Caribbean society through a list of practical, cultural, and moral directives. The mother aims to shape daughter's behavior to conform to social norms using a stance and cautionary tones as she repeatedly warns against the perceived threat of becoming a slut. These instructions span a range of responsibility, indicating domestic tasks such as washing clothes, ironing, sewing, and cooking traditional foods like pumpkin herbs and pepper pot, as well as gardening advice for growing dash in emphasizing the importance of domestic knowledge and self-sufficiency. Social behavior and morality are also stressed, with warning to avoid speaking to wafer boys, playing marbles, picking up flowers, and throwing stones at birds, activity considered improper or risky. The mother guides her daughter on how to walk like a lady, underscoring the fears of societal judgment on her femininity, and offers detailed instructions on setting a table for various occasions, reflecting expectations for refined etiquette. Furthermore, the mother advises on her how to behave modestly in the presence of man, suggesting the importance of decorum, so while also imparting complex lessons on how to love a man and how to bully. Highlighting the indicates dynamics of romantic relationship, the advice extends to self-sufficiency and survival, with the practical guidance on making ends meet, catching and handling fish, even preparing traditional remedies, including ones to throw away a child before it even become a child. A stark indications of the challenge women may face. Cultural identity and traditions are own throughout within an emphasis on not singing Benna in Sunday schools, maintaining probity, showcasing the tensions between cultural expectation and social expectations. Traditional dishes and customs serves as important marks of cultural preservations within the household altogether. The passage portrays a mother's attempt to educate her daughters for the societal expectations, hardships, and judgments she may encounter, balancing cultural identity and femininity against the looming threat of societal disapproval. In this lesson, to deliver some specific ideas, domestic responsibility, instructions on washing clothes by types and day, ironing, sewing, cooking, specific traditional foods like pumpkin flirts, bread pudding, and pepper pots, gardening advice, growing agra and dashing, indicating the importance of domestic knowledge and self-sufficiency. Then she tell about the social behavior and morality. Boys playing marbles, picking flowers, or throwing stones at birds, advice received as improper or risky. Direct voice on behaving modestly to avoid promiscuous. Then she tell about the gender role and femininity, guidance on how to walk like a lady rather than like the slut you are so bent on becoming, emphasizing the mother's fears of societal judgment on her daughter's femininity. Detailed instructions on setting a table for different types of meals and guests, showing an expectations for refined etiquette. Then she tell about the men interactions, warning on how to behave in a presence of men who don't know about you very well, suggesting the importance of modesty. Instructions on how to love a man and how to bully a man, hinting at the complex of romantic relationship. Then she tell about the self-sufficiency and survival, practical advice for making ends meet, catching and handling fish, and ensuring the freshness of food. Curative practice medicines to throw away a child before it even become a child, which indicates the challenge women face and the need for practical knowledge to manage them. Then cultural identity and traditions are emphasized on not singing Benna in Sunday school, a Caribbean genre to adhere to property, which reflects the tensions between cultural identity and societal expectation. Reference to traditional dishes and customs, underlying the importance of preserving and performing cultural practice within the household. Thank you viewers. Thanks for watching this video.